let me also ask you, a big demand on the part of India Inc. in this particular budget was on the rationalization of GST. I want to ask you, is there such an exercise that is on in the GST Council?
Yes.
And how soon is this going to be resolved? Because private sector investment is not coming as per the expectation. Job creation depends on that. A lot of growth, which has slowed down in the quarters of last year that we've seen, the numbers for, depend on that. How soon do you think this exercise will be complete?
See, the group of ministers have almost done the work of rationalizing the rates. I had gone through the details, and in fact I did say this to some of the Congress and non-Congress finance ministers, that we can do more in it. Meaning, the rationalization was not just to bring the rates down. Rationalization was also to make sure that where you have, leave 0, 5, 10, 5, 12, 18 and 28. We can drop one of the rates, 18 or 12 or whatever, and move those to the closest possible rate, because pre-GST, if you compare with current GST, where we could tax on an average 15% at the rate of 15% on any item, we have gradually brought it down to 11%, meaning before GST, whatever rate prevailed, if we had to continue at the same thing, we could have remained at 15 itself. But we've brought progressively down the rates, and that is why today it is at 11. We wanted to further come down, so particularly essential goods which common people use daily, if we can bring it down, we want to bring as many of them down to say 5%, or where they are at 18, at least bring them to 12, and so on. I must thank the finance ministers who are in this group who have done intense work on it. Now, I also want to make sure the central government's inputs are given to them, so that as a result of that whole thing, the package which we can come up with will be useful, beneficial for the common citizen, and day-to-day goods are taxed minimum. That work will happen soon.
So you're saying 5%, 12%, 18% and 28% should be collapsed into only 3 rates?
No, I'm not saying 3, I'm not saying 2, I'm not saying 1. That is something which all of us will have to sit and work on. As it is, a lot of work has been done about reducing the tax on some items. So some which were at 12 can go to 5, some which were at 18 can come to 12. That work is already happening a lot. So it's now to sit and consolidate this and come out with a report.
By when?
I think it will be sooner, because it consumed a lot of time.
Before the end of this financial year? 31st March se pehle?
No, I'll need to hold a meeting also, no? Before I hold a council meeting.
So central government, you said, wants to give its recommendations. What are the central government recommendations?
No, I don't think I can sit and list it out. We may look at it item by item and so on.